What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to another review here over at Thomas Opent. It's another English review. Felt like it for this beer in particular. Don't really know why. Usually in my English reviews, I tend to do Dutch or European beers. I went for a big American one here. You can't really tell by the can because it's a crowler from Beer Dome, and Beer Dome is a Dutch web shop. I'm gonna get into the crowler thing a little bit earlier, but what we've got here is Firestone Walker's Double Parabola 2021 edition, coming in at a very respectable 15.5% ABV. Now, what does, for those of you who don't know, a crowler, you got growlers with a G, which are these bottles, and a crowler with a C is basically a can. You can get them in different sizes, and what some breweries at their tap rooms, or even some shops these days will do, is they'll have this crowler station where they'll hook up a keg, and they'll can the beer for you personally, right there, right then. So what Beer Dome does is they sometimes get these kegs that you don't, for beers that you don't really get in the Netherlands, and they'll crowler them, put the canning date on it, and the best before. So this was canned on the November 30th. And today is the 19th of December. So this is like, let's say just 3 weeks old, and the best by is 11/1. When they do this with IPAs, they give it a shorter lifespan, just so you guys know. So it's a bourbon barrel-aged imperial stout by Firestone Walker, except it isn't. But it is, but it isn't. It spent 12 months in bourbon barrels, premium bourbon barrels even, and then it spent another 12 months in wheat whiskey. So this has 24 months in barrels on it. You don't really see well, we get Firestone Walker quite regularly here. That's not a big issue, but we don't get all of them. And they're usually quite pricey. They'll have the 12-ounce bottles for around 15-16 euros. This is just under 16 ounce. This is 450 milliliters. I think that's 14.3 ounces for 13 euros. Now, that's fucking steal for this beer. I didn't get the fancy bottle. I got a Firestone Walker bottle thingy in here. Where is it? Yeah, it's right behind the thing. I got the Firestone fancy bottle in the fancy box and whatever, so I don't have that. But what I do have is more beer for less of a price. I'm okay with this. I was going to review this with Kyle from No High Beer Reviews. He was going to look for it, but three things happened. He couldn't find it. He got sick. Not COVID, he just had a very bad cold. And I'm an impatient bastard that really wanted to review this beer today. So, here we are. I'm going to find something else to review with Kyle. That's going to work. It's not going to be a problem. That has a very good hiss on it still. That means it's still pretty good. Well, this is lively. Yeah, it's, well, lively. It still has a very decent amount of carbonation, which I'm very happy about. Beer Dome really has that canning station, that crowling station under control. And it's filled nearly to the brim, which I like as well. This is going to be my second Firestone Walker ever. The first one, I didn't chug it, but this was during my birthday live stream last March. And I drank the anniversary. No, which one did I have? It was the 23rd anniversary limited edition thing. I kind of drank it while I was semi-plastered during that live stream, which was kind of fun. It was a fun live stream. This is very well carbonated. Look at that. Look at, oh dear God. This has like the most deepest dark brown I've ever seen. I've seen it before, but it has a very deep dark brown. You guys will only see the black, but look at that. Look at that. Oh my God. What I'm smelling here is just incredible. I'm already getting whiffs of it. That looks amazing. That looks gorgeous. I'm probably way too close to the camera. I'm sorry. I'm enthusiastic. That looks gorgeous. That looks great. That's got a good head on it. I was a little bit worried that maybe it was going to be undercarbed and, you know, not very lively. But this promises some very good stuff. And what I'm getting right here, right now. Let's go into this. I am pumped. So one of the reasons, I'm going to get into the nose a little bit. One of the reasons that I got this is, first of all, I wanted it. Second of all, Here in the Netherlands, probably because of COVID, and last year during 2020, we had a big problem with getting BCBS 2020. It took a while. It took a long time. BCBS 2021 didn't show up this year, which is fine. Maybe I'll get it through secondary market or whatever. But I kind of got this because I wanted to do a little bit of a treat myself because I couldn't get BCBS. And I saw this and I figured, go fuck myself, I'll do it. Just one sniff of this, one whiff of this, and all I can say is BCBS. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself hard and go fuck yourself big, because, oh my god. So it's got that big coconut thing going on from those bourbon barrels. It's got that char. It's got these Bounty bars, but you know the Bounty bars, you know the sort of you get the flaky, it's half flaky but half thick, because you know you got that cream and everything, whatever, sugar, whatever in, and then they cover it with chocolate. But you get the milk chocolate variant, but you also got a dark chocolate variant, and the dark chocolate variant. So there's two kind of people in the world. There's people who love chocolate and people who understand chocolate. People who love chocolate will eat milk chocolate. People who understand chocolate will go for dark chocolate. This is the dark chocolate variation, where you get a little bit more depth of that coconut thing. Sorry, my brain is basically, this is what's going on. This is where my brain is at, and this is where my speech is at, just so you guys know. It's got that sort of dark chocolate richness. There's this ripe sort of berry red fruit thing going on. A little bit of that raisins and that oh. Sort of like, if you ever had like dried dates, dried raisins, dried raisinette, that kind of thing. Maybe raisins with chocolate even. But when you get that thing going on, you soak it in a spirit. 9 out of 10 times it'll be like a rum or whatever. Now this doesn't have any rum notes, but it has that sort of in a distilled spirit soaked dried fruit thing going on. There's definitely some oak. There's big vanilla things going on. And this is smooth and rich as fuck. This is pure pornography in a glass. I don't even want to taste it. I just want to keep on smelling it. There's maybe some ground coffee in there. There's a hint of that soy sauce umami richness thing going on. Definitely that soy sauce umami richness. And oddly enough, maybe from some sort of hops, because I've had this in some very hoppy beers. This is still relatively fresh. It's got this sort of mint, spearmint freshness thing going on in the background. Those after eights, dark chocolate mint thing. This is a spiritual experience. 2021 is almost over, and this is definitely one of the best beers I've had in 2021. It's December 19th, like I said earlier. This is definitely one of the best beers I've had this year. And I haven't even tasted it yet. I've only smelled it. There you fucking go. Oh man, let's dive in. Let's see what this beauty has to offer. She does look gorgeous, doesn't she? Thick and luscious. Thick and luscious. Cheers, everyone. So if there's one thing that I could say, which is not a negativism towards the beer itself, because this isn't bottled, it's canned from a crowning station. It's slightly over-carbonated right now even. You know, the evaporation thing that happens when it's slightly over-carbonated. Which is, you know, it's fucking fine. I can just pour everything out, put a lid over the glass, I'll let it stand for like maybe 30 minutes, maybe half an hour. It's actually slightly too cold, maybe even. I took it out of the fridge like over an hour ago, and it's still slightly too cold. Could be a little bit warmer. It's definitely slightly overcarbonated. Well, that's the kegging station and everything doing its thing. If I leave this out here for a little while, that's going to mellow down. Bounty, the Bounty bar, the dark chocolate thing, all fucking there. There's still that spearmint, sort of minty freshness in the background. We're getting some fruity notes here. We're getting that sort of chocolate. So when you get certain types of very dark chocolate and certain types of coffee, you get that sort of fruity note to it, that red berry, red fruit thing going on. Definitely there. Again, the coconut. We got that soy sauce umami thing that I mentioned earlier. It's vibing its way all the way through. I don't know why I'm this expressive with my hands. I can honestly fucking tell you, I only reviewed 2 beers before this, and they're not even done. I just reviewed them, put them aside, and this is my third one in a row of all of the expressions that you're seeing here right now is me being hyper enthusiastic about what is basically a BCBS killer. Why is the world fucking obsessed with BCBS when we got this? And I don't know how rare it is to get this in the States. I don't know how difficult it is for my American viewers. I don't know how rare it is to get this, but this is fucking legit. This is there you go. I don't know, man. I have lost the capacity to articulate. To pronunciate. There you go. That's the thing. To pronounce, to articulate, to... Hello, neighbor. There's that char thing going on in the background. That's the one thing where BCBS might kill this. BCBS is, in my memory, a slightly more pronounced char note going on from, you know, charring the barrels and everything. There's a difference between a roasted malt and a char note. This is definitely, you know, that's what I'm talking about. It has the char. It's just not as pronounced as some versions of BCBS I've had. I don't know what the 2021 is like. Some of you guys can tell me. Bleh. You know, the shelf life of a crowler will always be less, but if this could keep for a longer amount of time, I would have bought all of it. I would have bought the entire fucking keg. I'm assuming it was a 20-liter keg. You could have gotten like just over 40 cans out of it. Jesus. Burpee. I would have bought them all. And I saved them. I would have, you know, drank one every month and then, you know, age a few, because this is fucking ridiculous. Maybe it's because it's a little bit, because of the overcarbonation right now, it might be that. It might be that it's slightly overcarbonated, but there's this tingling on my tongue that has a sort of like a black pepper, white pepper thing going on. Like not pepper when you think about chilies, or pepper when you think about bell pepper, but that kind of peppery thing. Sort of on your tongue. I'm so happy with this beer. This is all pure me being ecstatic about ecstasy, ecstatic about one of the best beers I've had this year. Where have you been all my year? Well, there you are, and there you finally are. 2021 is, you know, in the Netherlands. So while I'm reviewing this, we just hit a lockdown again, and things are pretty shit here with the Omicron variation of COVID. But all in all, today was actually personally quite a cool day, quite a good day. And then to end it on this note is spectacular. And I'm happy. This is a happy Thomas. A happy Thomas is a good Thomas. I think this review has been going on for like a decent, nearly 20 minutes or so. As for the crowd, while reviewing this, you can't get this on the Crowler anymore. It's sold out. I checked before the review. It's sold out. If this does appear in bottle in the Netherlands, the 2021 double barrel Parabola from Firestone Walker, if this appears in the Netherlands in bottle or wherever in Europe, get it. Buy this stuff. Buy this shit. If you can get it through a secondary market, buy it, get it, do it. This is legendary. This is legend. Wait for it. If you're lactose intolerant, don't listen to the next portion. Dairy. That's a copyright strike right there. I love this shit. And I'm just going to enjoy it for the rest of the afternoon until I'm going to make dinner. There you go. And that's it for this review. If you liked it, hit like. That's just a little bit of a tickling sensation in my throat. If you really liked it, hit that subscribe button. In the comment section below, leave some comments. I'm gonna hit up the description box below with all the usual links to all of my social media, to the Dutch Beer Collective and to mysterybeer.nl. Please go check out my friends in the Dutch Beer Collective: Douglas, Beers with Douglas, Remy, Beer Geek Holland, and Gerben, Dutch Beer Geek. And I'll see all of you guys in another review soon. Cheers.